It's your boy Chad Rob. We back, baby. Hey, let me drop my seat a little bit, man. This is episode 51, man. Yeah, this is episode 51, man.
51, you already up to 51.
Man, 51, man. This is the hashtag iAMWHOiAM podcast, man. Funny story, man. I was at this guy's wedding, man, and I was like, man, we're gonna have to figure this out somehow, man. We're gonna have to get to work. We're gonna have to grind. And man, I told him, man, I said, man, we're gonna figure this out, man. We're gonna get it done. Yeah. And from that day forward, man, I had just one of them moments, man. I was like, I gotta get it done, man. And Kobe passed, and that kept me going through 24. Yeah. And and then 2020 happened. I was like, man, it's a great opportunity. So that kept me going. So it's like, man, it's like the universe is saying, keep going. So we're gonna keep grinding. But today is a special episode, man. Like I said, it's episode 51. I got two entrepreneurs now on the set. So obviously I wasn't the only one feeling that flame at their backside. And that makes me feel good, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go left to right, since you know this gentleman. He is a return guest to the hashtag iAMWHOiAM podcast. So go ahead and introduce yourself, kinfolk, man.
What's up, man? Robert McGhee, episode 23, episode 51. iAMWHOiAM podcast, B.L.O.C Properties. Man, it's been a journey, bro. Like you said, it'll be a year next week on the 7th, actually. That's the craziest part. My first year wedding anniversary is September 7th, so I guess probably prior to the wedding, we did the podcast 23, and like you said, man, just the flame we've always had. You know, we've always been outgoing, unique, different, and we've been comfortable in our space for a long time.
Yes, sir.
Going across the bridge my whole life, Knoxville to Blount County, just making friends, like lifelong friendships, and all the way to today, man. I'm here with my business partner, my brother, my friend Choi, Yancey. We work together, and like you said, bro, just allowing God to help you find that space where He wants you to continue to build for your family as we grow up in the grown men, to leave a legacy for your children, to bring in the financial piece for your family through your hustle. It's a process to go from street knowledge to legitimate hustle, and I think we all kind of can relate to that. And that's kind of where we are today. Is just taking the good common sense that God gave us, our talents, our knowledge, our energy, and our drive, and our grind, and putting it on paper. So B.L.O.C Properties is our company. We're real estate investors. We started a few months ago, I think June.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we've been grinding ever since. Self-taught. B.L.O.C is it's an acronym. That's I'm gonna let you say the acronym.
Okay, so introduce yourself. Introduce yourself first. Yeah. Fetty, hey man, Fetty, hey, J Money, hey, Jermaine get excited, man. He ready to go. Hey, he said, hey, all gas, no break. All gas, no break. Yeah.
You can see my business partner, very educated brother, Chad Rob. Appreciate you having me.
Oh yeah, no doubt, for sure.
My business partner, boy, he can go. You know what I'm saying? I love him to death, but
yeah, he's always had that gift. He's always had that gift from day one.
My name Choi, Yancey, one half of B.L.O.C Properties. Glad to be here today, man. Just trying to go off of what I always kind of wanted to do, real estate. So working at the post office, being married to a woman that's an entrepreneur. Shout outs to Seal Beauty. Cherie Yancey at Seal Beauty.
Check them out.
Being inspired by my wife, being inspired by this brother to my left, working with him, having conversations. We really fed off each other. You know, good energy meets good energy.
Right.
Steel sharpens steel. So, working there, speaking with him, we decided to take action, man. Decided to finally stop talking and do something about it. And here we are. You know, B.L.O.C Properties. Like he was saying, it's an acronym for build, leverage, own, connect Knoxville, because we trying to really put back into the city. And that's what it is.
That's what's up, man. I mean, the main thing, the purpose of this podcast is just to inspire anybody to get out and do what you want to do.
Right.
And doing it involves action.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So these are two brothers that did action. You know, they both came together. They had the same goals, and they said, "Let's do it. Let's get started." Not knowing nothing about it, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
No experience. Me in the podcast, no experience.
Right.
Only thing I know is I do know how to record, and I do know how to edit. But I didn't know anything about the logistics of it. I didn't know how to upload a podcast to Spotify or upload a podcast to Apple Podcasts or upload a podcast, period. I knew how to upload one to YouTube, but that's through experience, just trial and error. Exactly. So with you gentlemen, and I got some notes here, so please disregard if I got to read them, because I just want to make sure we get everything,
We raw.
everything that y'all need to get out there to the people, because you can do it. We all can do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you can do it. You just gotta do it. So
And it's, I don't mean to interject.
yeah, no.
It's a lot of resources out here.
Yeah.
And all it takes is the will, the drive to want to do something. Because like you said, we didn't really have a lot of experience coming into this. We had mentors that put us on, that helped us out. But we had to take it to the next level. We had to want to get out there, do something, educate ourselves in order for this to be a success. So this is part of this. This is part of that drive,
Part
that
of the
motor.
process, yeah.
Part of the process.
Yeah.
Learning every day.
Yeah. So I guess to start off, kind of what it is it exactly that block that you do?
Well, we're real estate investors, and I think a lot of times people hear that term, and traditionally when we think of real estate, we think of a real estate agent or realtor.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I
So,
definitely do.
and we did too. Obviously, especially if you're going through the process of buying a home. But an investor is different in that you're licensed through a board to become a real estate agent. As an investor, that's what you are. You invest in real estate. You don't need any special license. You just need the knowledge. And like Choi said, it takes really having to focus in and learn. And some of it is self-taught. Some of it you're going to have people who mentor you, who give you information. So many resources on the internet. YouTube was basically our university.
I hear
the
that.
first month.
Mine too.
And still to this day.
Yeah,
but now we can kind of focus in on specific niches and different subject matter to kind of help hone in and sharpen our focus in different areas. But when you're first out there talking about wholesaling or fixing and flipping, which are two different things.
Yes.
You really have to kind of discern and figure out where you want to be, how you want to go about it. Do you have capital? A lot of people don't have that. We know that in the black community, a lot of times we gotta grind. We don't have things just handed down to us. Well, we all used to grinding in whatever form of fashion or whatever your hustle is, and that's what we had to do with B.L.O.C. And it's still a process, but we here today. We doing this media campaign push, and thanks to your podcast, it's another medium for us to get that knowledge and that information out. So we're a real estate investment company. That's what we do.
That's what's up. Well, so going back to kind of what you were saying, and what you were saying, like self-taught. So a lot of people get involved in anything and feel like they need somebody to show them how to. Cause you remember, man, I used to come to you all the time and be like, man, if somebody just come show me exactly how to do it, man. If you could just show me how to get it done, man. If someone could just come show me, man, and basically show me is do it for me.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
In a lot of cases.
That's real.
In a lot of cases.
And that's something that I kind of had to overcome. That show me aspect of it. Really getting past that, that's kind of more of a fear. That's kind of something that kind of holds you back. I don't have anybody to show me, so I can't go do this. I can't be successful at it because I don't have anybody to show me exactly what to do.
Hey man, we do this a lot on this podcast, man. Hey, please say that again. please say that again.
That's really a fear. If you feel like you don't have anybody to show you, so that's going to keep you from going about what you want to do, your dream. and you're afraid or apprehensive because you don't have nobody to show you, that's really your fear. You're holding yourself back. You can't rely on nobody but yourself at the end of the day. So you have to give yourself that knowledge. You see it? So whatever is out there for you, all type of resources. You go on the internet, go to the library, whatever you have to do. It's a hustle, it's a grind, and you can definitely get it done as long as you get out of your own way.
I think, to go back to your point, before you take that step because of fear and overcoming it, really what you have to do is you have to make a decision.
Absolutely.
Am I going to change my mindset? Am I going to stop complaining, making excuses, and take just one little step, whether it's going on YouTube, picking up a book? I mean, how long have books been around? And we get so caught up in social media sometimes that we don't realize I can pick up a Steve Harvey book about, on SOAR, for example, and that helped feed my soul the energy and the motivation and the positivity, because we so much negativity. How are we feeding our spirits and our souls to help us have the strength to make that step? We always talk about taking that first step. Well, a lot of times you're dealing with bills and domestic issues and kids and family and substance abuse and jobs. So a lot of times we so bogged down with negativity. We got to feed our spirits, and people, that's different for everybody. Not to get into religion or anything like that, but feed yourself some positivity. Log out of Facebook, log out of the Instagram and the TikTok and whatever the little young generation.
Hey man, I like that TikTok, man. They be doing their thing.
I got a 12-year-old, so I got a real introduction to TikTok.
Me too.
He had a little dance move.
Hey man, I'll be on the chimney.
I like the dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't seen
that's funny. Dinosaur, the pranks and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, it's really just a matter of feeding your spirit so you have the energy and the drive that you need to take that first step. Because it's scary. You know what I'm saying?
It's scary.
Let's just bring it all the way down. It's scary.
Yeah,
it's scared.
It is scary.
We don't trust ourselves. We don't trust the process.
Plus, you ain't going to get no likes. You're not going to get no likes.
They ain't going to be popular.
Zero likes. Zero likes.
That's what it is, man. It's just trusting the process. It's still a grind for us to this day. We grind every day.
Got to continue to educate yourself every day. Every day that we get up, we got to educate ourselves further on what we're doing as real estate investors, because it's always something new to learn, because we're new at it still.
Right.
So every day I got to get up and I got to make sure that I'm studying, because I need to get better, because the competition is already ahead of us. So we playing the catch up game, but I'm going to hustle.
Well, so let me start. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no problem.
But so talk to me about that, because I deal with that in the podcast game. I see episode 100,051. I'm like, wow, this 51. You know what I'm saying? So like, man, so talk to me about that emotion, man, because that's what everybody fears. Remember back in the day, you used to want to grow the braids. You see the dude with the hang, he already hanging, man. He hanging, and you barely got the afro puffs. Man. You know what I'm saying? So you struggling with it. You like, man, I'm about to cut my. Well, I'm talking about old school.
Right, old school.
Old school.
Yeah. Well,
but
for me personally,
yeah,
man, that's motivation. Ooh, I see the success that other investors are having. Yeah. Oh, I need that. I'm going to get that. So I'm going to hustle. That's going to encourage me and motivate me to hustle. And then when it encourages me, I'm going to be on my brother over here, and we're going to hit it hard together. Yeah. Because I can't be a friend or a business partner to him if I'm not making him better, and we're not trying to make each other better every day. Yeah, that's what a true friend is.
Iron sharpens iron. And that's another thing. You got to have good people around you. We men, we don't have time to play games anymore. And that's a lot of brothers, I'm just gonna speak on it. A lot of brothers.
Well, hold on before you speak on it. You speak on it, man. Let's tell them why we speaking on it. It's because of this. This is why he would say something like this. And I ain't speaking for you. I'm just trying to lighten the load a little bit. Okay. So like, just because you watch a YouTube video of somebody doing what you love to do does not mean that you are doing it. Can everybody agree with that?
Definitely.
And the reason why I can speak on that is because I've felt like that. I've watched bodybuilders over time. I've watched them for years and years and years. I've watched thousands, hundreds of thousands of bodybuilding YouTube videos, and I felt like I was a YouTube creator. I felt like I made bodybuilding videos. Look up Chad Rob on the internet and look when his first bodybuilding video was online. that's when I actually created it.
Yeah.
I wasn't one before that.
Not until you put yourself out there. Yeah. Yeah, that's real. That's real. And that, like you said, just to further that point, I think I said something about it earlier. We're legit. And that's a big goal. And that's a big accomplishment. That's to take your skills, your talents, your knowledge, and you go from the checkerboard to the chessboard.
Yes, sir.
Because in life, that's what we playing. And we know who got a leg up on us. So we got to play chess. And you got to step it up. When you out here trying to provide for your family as a man, and you trying to be the provider, the protector, you sacrificing, you staying up late, you getting up early, it's a grind. Yeah. And you got to make that decision. Am I going to grind or am I going to complain? And like my brother said, man, iron sharpens iron. Every day I'm motivated to get better because I know he's getting better. He knows I'm getting better. And even when we weak, even when we slip a little bit, we there to hold each other accountable.
Got to.
And that's a blessing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it takes, I take something else I've learned, patience. Because you want it all the time.
You want it today. You want it yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But your time is not God's time. And I'm speaking personally. But yeah, I've had to learn that patience piece. And that's been difficult, but now it's easier. Because as long as I'm being guided, then I know I'm in the right direction.
Right.
And for me, that's been a huge benefit, big difference.
Well, I mean, just to kind of piggyback off what you're saying, it's tough because, I mean, we're in such a hurry to get the gratification. Like we're in a likes. I just said it earlier. Like you post so much, man. You post so much. You do so much, and nobody's appreciative of it until somebody that they knows is appreciative of it. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's crazy that the game we're playing is, and I don't know the game y'all playing, but I would assume it's the same way. Money talks.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're not one of the highest producers, then nobody sees you. Nobody thinks you're worth anything. Yeah, they talk about real. All lives matter.
We dealt with that today.
Well, yeah. That's all real. Lives matter. No. It's who got the clout, who got the money, who got the fame, who got attraction, attention to it. So it's dope, man. It's dope that y'all jumped out and y'all jumped on board and y'all doing it. So hats off, salute.
Appreciate you.
So, like, what are y'all currently working on, or what's currently going on with B.L.O.K?
Oh man, B.L.O.K right now, we are doing this marketing push.
Yeah. I heard them say that earlier.
Every medium we can touch that we can affordably touch. We trying to get on.
We're definitely affordable here. Hashtag I
definitely affordable.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
All social media platforms. We doing radio, direct mail. We got bandit signs coming. We getting out here every way we can. Yeah. We hustling in every direction we possibly can.
232-2929.
Yeah.
That's the number.
Hit us up.
Number 2.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say, that sound like full time. That sound like full time grind.
Nah, man, we are grinding. So a lot of times I think people have a misconception when it comes to the market. We deal with people who have situations.
Okay.
And we trying to become a opportunity, outlet, a solution, so to speak, for people who are in those situations.
Gotcha.
Because at the end of the day, if B.L.O.K is nothing else, it's two brothers who are trying to do the right thing by other people. And that's different things for different situations, but yet and still at the end of the day, it's always that.
Okay.
And so if you see in this podcast and you got a situation as a homeowner or know a homeowner who's in a situation, please reach out, because a simple conversation could lead to a solution. And that's what we're all about. Not getting into the kind of the technicals or the numbers, any of that, but just know that we're out here. There are people who are out here trying to still help people.
Gotcha.
And that's where, if our niche is anything, it's that we want to help people.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds cool, man. Because a lot of people need help sometimes and don't know how to ask or don't know where to find them.
Right.
So I mean, that's really dope that y'all even in that industry. A lot of people too. This is what I'm learning, and I kind of want y'all to answer this question. a lot of people don't want help from people because they feel like they helping you come up if you help them. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of society we in. Yeah. If I help Block, man, they gonna come up, and then I'm gonna fall off. So I much rather just fall off and nobody come up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's hater, right? I don't know what the word. I haven't heard no hater terms in the last 20 years. I don't think there's haters anymore. But talk to me a little bit about that, man. About like that feeling, that emotion from people.
I mean, if you're willing to fall off the cliff when we are here to help you, but you feel like we're gonna come up from helping you, so you rather just fall, best thing we can do is pray for you.
That's what's up.
I don't know how else to say it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you could put it in perspective for him, cause
I'll shed a little bit more light on it.
Well, hold on 1 second. All right, there you go.
Shed it, brother.
If you own a home for whatever reason, however you became a homeowner, and one, you don't live in that home, and two, that home is in a bad situation as far as its condition, and if we're just being honest, you're unable to afford to bring the home up to a value for you to benefit yourself, your family, financially. If it's a blight on your community and it looks terrible, if people are in that home and they're not supposed to be, any of those situations, and you're willing to let the city take your home versus allow someone else to come in and bring that home up to a value for yourself, number one, because you own the home, so you're going to get something out of that. Number two, for the community. Then, like he said, we really can't help you. If that's your mindset, if your mindset is I'm willing to let it go versus allowing someone else to help me, because time is money. So yeah, obviously, Block Properties, we're going to benefit from it, but we don't benefit if you don't benefit.
Yeah.
So everyone benefits. Yeah. So we face that though. We literally face people willing to let their home ownership go to the wayside versus allowing us to help them. And that's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I brought it up, because I know just dealing with this internet grind, I can tell that's what it would be like if times 20,000 in the real estate game.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They like, this dude, I lift weights. You know what I'm saying? Why can't I be the realest? Or I do podcasts. Why ain't I the realest? You know what I'm saying? I can. Yeah. I'm the yeah. That's why. Yeah. But I can definitely see why that could be something that is really detrimental. And I don't say that to make light of it or to make jokes. But I say that to say this. Everybody talks about all lives matter. But then we all still contribute to the big picture, the big corporations, the big governments. We still submit to them. But if it's really all lives matter, then you would help your fellow person in life work a job. And I know I'm making a curveball, and that's why I did it.
It's gonna get deep.
But and I get it. I get it's gonna get deep. But all I'm saying is just help your brother, and your brother may not be your color, but I'm just saying, like, you got to we've got to get out of that mentality of just because you feel like you're in the same position as me and I'm offering you a solution does not mean that I can't offer you a solution. You like just your emotions. People got to get over the emotional part of it in life. Period. Right? Yeah. Am I right or wrong? I'm just trying to understand.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah. People got to find ways to allow people to help them without them feeling like, like it's charity.
There you go. That's what. There you go.
We are grinding every day to provide resources to help you out of your situation, whether it be pre-foreclosure, if you're going through a divorce, house in probate, you inherited a property, you don't know what to do with, or just the burdens of being a homeowner. You falling behind on payments.
Or landlord.
Yeah, or you're a tired landlord.
Yeah.
We have resources in place to help you, so allow us to do so. And that's all I'm saying. Like, and if I don't know how to put it. Like, I don't know if you feel like we can't help you because we knew, or you feel like we don't have the platform, like you said, because we not a major corporation.
You're not. What's the dude name?
That's just fundamentally false.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, yeah, because you got to think. I'm trying to say it right so I don't piss nobody off. You got to think like. I'm gonna use bodybuilding. I'm gonna get away from the houses because I don't want to ruin y'all grind because y'all doing y'all thing. So with the bodybuilding, people think just because I'm not famous that I ain't been doing it just as long as the people that you look on your timeline every day. I started actually before them just a couple years.
Yeah.
If they claiming natural, I'm claiming natural. If you look at the lifts, their strength is a little higher, but our physiques are similar.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So who's natural?
Well, at the end of the day, if the people who looking at y'all and critiquing are not where y'all are, they can't really say nothing.
Well, see, that's where I'm confused on critiquing. Like, what are we judging it on? Are we judging it on the amount of weight lifts, or the views, the likes, the comments, the shares, or what are we judging on? So I guess I said all that to say, just because you're not famous, because Rich ain't famous.
No.
Just so people know,
Yeah.
Rich ain't famous. Just because you're not famous does not mean you don't know what you're talking about. Because believe me, people that are not eating from this are grinding way harder than the people that are eating. Is that right or wrong?
Yeah.
In a lot of cases, definitely.
Because that's what you're trying to get to. Yeah. I mean, it's very simple. There are laws in place. We follow the law.
Yep.
There are title companies in place that are the accountability factor, the unbiased accountability piece for everyone involved in real estate transactions. So that infrastructure is already set up. The only difference is you're looking at properties on the market and properties off the market.
Wow.
That's the difference.
That's the difference.
So you still have to follow the same real estate laws. It's just we're not having to pay to be licensed to do on-market properties. We're doing off-market properties, which anybody can do. Anybody can get in this game.
Yeah.
We're not special in that manner. It's just we taking the time to grind and learn and do it.
So please say that again.
Yeah.
Because like that's what people confused on. Like they don't want to see you come up because you willing to do the work.
Well, yeah.
So that's like I said, that's what all this podcast is
Yeah.
for, man. It's like you can do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Ain't that what you just said? What did you just say? I don't think I heard you right. Or maybe they didn't hear you. Somebody didn't hear you.
Anybody can be a real estate investor. If you take the time to study and learn, you'll realize it don't take a lot of capital to get involved. You just have to make yourself legitimate on paper. You know, we have a real estate lawyer, we have investors, and we have the self-knowledge. At the end of the day, money is money. It don't matter. If the money is legitimate, it doesn't matter which bank it comes from. It's 1,000 banks. I see so many banks in Knoxville every day driving. I'm just like, what is this bank? So it's a lot of money out there. We bring cash money to the table. When we do a transaction, if you want money in a duffel bag, we'll bring it to you. Cash money. But it just takes the willingness on both parties, the communication, and a process for us to all get to that place. That's our job. That's what we do. So we're willing and able to come to the table to do that. We're looking for people who are motivated to get out of their stressful situation, whatever that is, as Choi just went over, so that we can help them and get in that solution. You know, even before COVID, people can always use capital.
Oh yeah.
For savings, to get out of debt, to invest, to better themselves and better their living conditions. A lot of people are living in living conditions that are really poor for their health, for their mental and emotional well-being, for their children. I mean, so you don't have to live in poor conditions, especially if you own that property. And that's who we're reaching out to. Those are the people who we're trying to find. We're trying to put ourselves out there to find us if they're looking for that. And yeah, we're a small minority-owned company, but we here and we grinding and we do this
every day.
Yeah, so people can always reach out to us: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, our website.
Well, let them know. Tell them. I mean, they don't know.
BlockPropertiesTN.com, B.L.O.C.K Properties LLC on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 865-232-2929. Call us anytime.
You can even send us a piece of mail. You know,
Send us a piece of mail to our address.
5923 Kingston Pike, number 327, zip code 37919.
There it is.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah.
what's up. So other than the obvious, the skin color thing, what other objectives have y'all faced and ran into?
Ooh, man. You talked about emotions a minute ago.
Yeah, emotion. Yeah, you can't get emotional. I read something on Facebook the other day, and I'm new to Facebook. I love it, man. Y'all be talking that
Yeah, he is too.
man. I do love it, man. It's pretty dope, man.
I'm
Y'all
with
be
G on
talking that
Facebook.
cash
Yeah,
on
yeah,
there.
they do.
Y'all be talking that cash on there. Y'all talk no cash to me. No, and y'all need a thumbs down button. Leave your boy the thumbs down if it ain't snapping. But but anyway. Facebook, man, y'all crazy, y'all hard to please.
Facebook a trip.
Hey, y'all hard to please. Let me tell you.
Social media is just
Yeah, it's brutal.
Hey, y'all
It's
serious
brutal
out
out
there,
there.
boy. Y'all act like y'all the gang. Yeah, y'all killers. Who worry about killers?
Keyboard gangsters.
Hey, all back shots.
They real.
All
They
back
real
shots.
behind the keyboard.
Hey,
ain't they?
all back shots. All back shots. I don't mean the good ones either. No homo. Try to say that.
Oh,
Pause or
yeah.
pause. Yeah, I know, right? I don't know what to say, man. I'm old school, man. We don't
Yeah,
even
we are.
believe in
We
that.
are.
We don't even believe in that.
Yeah.
So I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah,
But
man.
but yeah, man. What other? I mean, you was gonna say something, man.
You know, certain type of people that we deal with. A lot of time, and I'll speak for myself personally. How about that?
Okay, yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's all we want.
So I've had loved ones who have passed away over the last 12 months.
Man, I hate to hear that.
Yeah, and
I mean, I knew it, but I'm
Right.
just, yeah, respect.
and we all go through that. As we get into this age bracket of, between 30 and 50, you're talking about your loved ones who are in the generation prior to that.
Mm.
And, it is what it is. They're at that age where they lived a long life, hopefully, a blessed life, a healthy life. But, everyone has a time and a day.
Absolutely.
And so we try to help be a resource, an outlet, and a solution if you're facing a situation where, like, I found myself as an executor of an estate.
Okay.
And so having to learn what that means, first of all, a loved one entrusted me to take on that responsibility.
Wow, that's
And so that's big.
yeah,
that
you
is
take it
huge.
seriously,
That is huge.
and you want to do your best for your loved one and your family that's
Yeah,
still
no
here.
doubt, no doubt.
And so, and a lot of times, that's very stressful. It's very emotional. It's very stressful. And we try to be an opportunity to take some of that burden off of those families. And that's what it is. It's legitimately a legitimate resource to take stress and burden off of probate, inheritance. If an inheritance has been sitting for years, we find houses that have been sitting for 10, 15 years, several $1,000s in taxes owed. That becomes a huge insurmountable objective for people after a while.
Yeah, no doubt.
And so, the legacy that person was wanting to leave, I think we all could agree, would be to benefit their family.
Right.
They're no longer here.
Yeah.
And so when you have that period of grief, you come to a point where it's no longer an emotional decision, but it needs to become a logical decision.
Gotcha.
And that's where we try to come in. We try to come in and say, hey, listen, let's talk about A, B, and C as far as a value placed on that home. Sometimes people are so emotionally attached to the memories, all the things that are associated with them in their house, they can't make logical decisions.
Right.
We try to help them make an informed, fair, honest decision.
Right.
And that's where that emotional tie comes in. And I faced it myself. This brother has faced it as well.
Yeah.
We all will go through it eventually if you haven't. And if you have and you're in that situation, please reach out.
Yeah, no doubt. Because a lot of times with things, as I'm getting a little older, man, I'm starting to learn. Like you spoke on family. I'll speak on my family. I watched my granddaddy. All his life-earned things were literally stripped from underneath him, and then moved to a nursing home. When I tell you the man didn't live 2 weeks after that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine working your whole life for your kingdom, and then in one day, people come take all the stuff out the kingdom, leave you there to sleep in an empty kingdom, then ship you to a place where you just a nursing home. So I said all that to say that is emotions
Yeah.
at its highest.
Yeah.
So save that, right? Don't go through that. There ain't no reason to go through that. Like, like these gentlemen are here to help you and to try to put some money in your pocket easily. You don't have to talk to nobody else. You don't have to do no terms. They said they'll bring you cash in a duffel bag if that's how you want it. So it's like
check,
however you want it. And it's all legit. And you don't have to deal with the emotional part of it, because a lot of times the emotional part is the burden of losing.
Yeah.
So if you watch the city take your house for free,
Discount anyway. Yeah.
it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt.
And kind of just playing off the emotional part. That's how I got into this. That's what really pushed me to get into this. 2013, my mother passed away due to cancer.
Sorry to hear that.
Right. So, as the son, my father, he's grieving. I'm trying to help him. I'm also going through the grieving process myself.
Right.
He thought about selling his house, but he didn't want to go through, agents, showings, things of that nature. He wanted me to assist him. At the time, I had no knowledge of cash investors, wholesaling. So I didn't know what to do. And I felt kind of helpless, when I couldn't really help my father out, because that stress that he has kind of falls on me. So we did end up selling. But now that I've made it to this stage in my life with my partner, for those people that are going through a similar situation where a loved one has passed, and you might not know what to do with the property, or your parent, your living parent, might want to move. There are other options besides having to put your property on the market with the agent. Things that it's a quicker process to kind of help you move forward.
Yeah.
And that's what we kind of do. That's what we do. We help provide people a way out, so they can continue moving forward.
It's a legitimate resource.
A legitimate resource.
Yeah.
And that's just like, that was my motivation for getting in this.
Yeah. So as you can see, like, everybody that's out there saying they're gonna help you is not out to get you. It's just a new time. I know here in East Tennessee we're still in the old times. And I only reason I say that because I see your Facebook. Facebook, I see you. Yeah. I'm gonna chop that in a clip. Facebook, I see you. But no, really, no. All jokes aside, like, it's a lot of people out here studying and working on their craft and grinding to be great at something right now, because we had a lot of time with this pandemic.
Yeah.
With a lot of things going on like this. If there's no other time to chase your passions, to chase your dream, and to do what you want to do with your life, man, if you didn't get it this time, you're not gonna get it. So don't think just because someone's knocking on your door that they're trying to sell you a vacuum cleaner. They're not trying to sell you a vacuum cleaner. They're trying to come and help you resolve an issue that they already have done the research to even be at your doorstep to resolve. So please, 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 small businesses are just as good as big businesses. They're just small, man.
Yeah.
That's all it is. But guess what? If a small business grows, guess what? It grows into a big business. So please, yeah. So just support, man, support, and don't just listen first. You ain't even gotta support, just listen. If you don't like what somebody's saying or the approach or whatever, just listen. Don't already make your decision once you open the door. Just listen to what somebody has to say. If you don't like it, think on it, whatever, and just make a decision that way. Don't just hear the knocks on the door and then make a decision. So I'm gonna change the scope of things for a second, just for a second. So we got a pandemic going. We got sports going crazy. I don't know if they're gonna play. I don't know if they ain't gonna play. I heard they're gonna play today. One day they're gonna play. One day they're not gonna play. We are in a difficult time, and I don't want to get political on here because I don't want nobody to make a decision on what kind of gentleman you are. So we're gonna keep it sports related. Okay. So with sports, man, with sports and football coming, you got.
You say what?
BFL.
so the SEC gonna play. I know why they gonna play too. They gonna play. So SEC gonna play.
real
NFL gonna play.
Yeah.
NFL gonna play.
We hope.
NBA
Think
gonna
so?
play.
NBA gonna play.
NBA gonna play. They decided to play.
Yeah, they did. They kind of backed off.
Yeah.
the
Which they
stance.
should.
Yeah.
They should, I think, because it's no better platform than that. What they got right now.
As far as sports and politics,
Well, no politics.
No politics.
No
right?
politics.
Well,
No
not
politics.
okay. So I said
No
that wrong.
politics. Yeah,
Just the platform of sports. And its influence on society.
Okay.
We'll say it that way. It's a great thing that we have people in position who have a platform to push and further a positive agenda.
Okay.
I think we can all agree on that. Well, let me take it back. Some people don't agree on that,
Right.
but
Well, hold on. Before we get too deep into that, I just mean like, so let's skip basketball. Let's talk football.
okay.
Football. That's all I'm talking about. Sport I'm talking about. So with football coming up, you got a lot of there's no preseason.
Right.
Well, let me go ahead and say this, Chat Rob.
Yeah. Do you think?
We talking about sports. Okay. I'm a sports fanatic. COVID-19 has pretty much dismantled me from sports. Like I haven't been engaged enough. I don't think we have a season
Wow.
in college. Or if you do, you don't have a full season. You think we'll make it through 10 games? The SEC will make it through 10 games?
Well, this is what I say. If one person dies, college and up, it don't matter how they die. If one athlete dies, it's a wrap.
God, who wants to be the school to have an athlete die?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm. But that's what we're basically.
That's what we're fighting. That's what it's going. That's what it is because they're gonna play. They're gonna try to play.
They're gonna play.
I think what it does is it highlights the emphasis on the money. We know the NCAA has a structure in place where they capitalize on sweat equity. In America, we really don't bring a whole lot to the table as far as organic importation as African Americans other than sweat equity. We don't own oil. We don't have a huge majority on real estate. We don't bring to the table tangible economic impact other than
So let's skip sports.
Athletics.
Let's skip sports. Why is that? Because like I said, the purpose of this podcast is to get people up off the couch and get them to doing something. So obviously the only people that's doing something is the people that grinded on the hoop court or the football field or in the weight room as a young age. Because what I'm learning about life is this. The decisions you make as a youth, if you don't make 100% great decisions as a youth, as far as athletics, you will not be successful.
it depends on your level of success.
Well, I mean, as far as in the sports arena.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's all I'm talking
where it
about.
starts now.
Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. So all of us came up wanting to be hoop star, NFL, hockey, whatever. We all we want to be
Hockey?
Nah, man. I mean,
okay,
I'm just trying, man.
wanna
Hey,
roll.
you trying to? I thought you want to sell houses.
Baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
There's a lot of, they don't associate a lot of brothers with baseball.
Well,
This brother plays
forget the
ball.
brother. We worry about color. We just gentlemen that love sports as kids. Forget our color. But no, all jokes aside though. But that's how we come up. So basically, if you want to speak on color, black people at 17, if they're not the greatest, the number one recruit in the nation, they're kind of exiled. That's how I felt.
I mean, it's levels to sports, just like anything else. And yeah, you got to be the best if you want to make it to the next level.
Well, so talk to me about that kid that's at 17, doesn't get that full ride scholarship, has to take a year off, turns into 5 years, still think he's gonna go to the league. Now he's 30, but he's still in the dope game or or any game, whatever the game is. I'm sorry, whatever the game is, and now he feels like there's no hope. So why, in the words of Plies, why can't we be doctors? Why can't we be astronauts? Why can't we be whatever? Why we always got to be sports? Why can't we be real estate investors?
You know what? I'm going to say this. Growing up, I don't know, I can't speak to everybody, but I know that my parents worked very hard, 9 to 5s. Mm-hmm. Grandparents worked even harder.
Mm-hmm.
Keyword.
They taught us, they instilled in me, and I feel like in this generation, that you're supposed to work at 9 to 5, or if you don't, then you play ball. The thing is, we weren't taught a lot about entrepreneurship growing up.
Right.
Owning your own businesses, getting out there, starting your own thing. We were taught to work for these major corporations, get your degree, go to college, get your degree, work and make good money, but always work for somebody else.
Right.
Entrepreneurship wasn't really instilled heavily in my family. It was just work hard.
Yeah,
was it instilled in yours?
Work hard. That's it.
What about just it was just work hard?
It's always in that generation because they didn't have a lot of opportunity to be entrepreneurs. There's some, but not a lot. What they had were opportunities to become professionals. Lawyers, doctors, teachers, preachers, nurses. So those were like white collar professions for our people in the 40s, 50s, 60s. You got to remember, we came from A&M schools. What is A&M? Agricultural and mechanical. So we were doing a lot of blue collar. We had all the skill trades. So you work at Alcoa, like our grandfathers.
Yep.
You work at a plant, and that's a good job. If you can buy a home,
it's still a great job.
It is. Yeah. If you can buy a home and you can provide for your family, that was a good job.
Yeah.
And so you held on to that.
Yeah.
You didn't have time to be thinking about no entrepreneurship. You were just trying to make sure you didn't get laid off.
So you bro, my bro has given you the reason on why that wasn't instilled in us. But the fact that it wasn't is the reason why sometimes we feel helpless when at 17, we didn't make it. So now we feeling hopeless, or we might turn to the streets. When really you can go out there and start your own business. And can be that entrepreneur.
I ain't mean to cut you off, but what you said was your grandparents and your parents.
Yeah.
That in and of itself is a blessing. A lot of people don't have that. We all had that. Because you don't just learn work ethic from your grandparents and your parents. We learned moral values.
Yeah.
We learned, okay, you don't have to turn to the streets just because you didn't make it successfully in football. You go out there and you find yourself a legitimate job.
Yeah.
Whether it be through trade school, college, whether you just pull yourself up on your bootstraps through an apprenticeship. See, they don't have a lot of apprenticeships no more.
No.
You can't just work at a job at Denso and then learn to become an industrial engineer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to go to school for that. You got to incur debt. Military. A lot of people are afraid of military. Military has worked out very well for us in certain avenues because it helps you have a quality of life so you can provide for your family if you make it a career. And there's good and bad in the military. I won't go into all of that. But what I'm basically saying is that brother or that sister who feels like they're hopeless because they didn't make it as a professional athlete, well, where's the role model, the teacher, the guidance counselor, the grandparent?
They're not here.
Exactly. And that's the thing. So they feel hopeless.
Yeah.
They feel like they have any other options.
And then 10 years went by.
Quick.
15 years went by.
Quick.
Fast.
Quick. And you over here waiting on a stimulus check that might not come.
You still waiting on it. I'm waiting on it. And I work.
Yeah. If you don't make 75 G's or more, we all waiting on it. But that's the thing. We got to get past that.
Yeah.
That's where we are right now. We got to get past looking for Section 8, looking for vouchers, looking for food stamps, and that's not a bad thing if you're working and you're trying to help yourself and you need those resources. We can't rest on our laurels. Part of what we're doing is we're trying to create affordable, quality home ownership. At the end of we talk about the first part of it, which is acquiring real estate.
Right.
But the end result of that is helping people find quality housing.
Gotcha.
Because right now, like I said, it's chess. They ain't playing no games out here.
No.
You're going to be in the projects, you're going to be in subpar living conditions, or you're going to have enough knowledge and grind to get yourself in a position to be a homeowner. Let's stay homeowners. If you're going to be a homeowner, stay a homeowner.
Yeah.
We feel a certain niche for people who need an option if they're in a situation, but the end goal is to provide, housing and homes for people. Because you don't buy a home without the intention to sell it.
Well, see, and so it's funny you say that because us, and I don't mean us, I mean the non-educated buy a house, don't even ever think about selling. They think they're gonna live in that house forever.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the miseducation that we had as youth, because we saw our parents, our grandparents live in a home for 30, 50, 60, 70, 80 years, and then don't even be able to pass it to their kids.
Simple book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Yeah. Well, see, so if you ain't reading, where can you watch that?
Oh wow, you can get an audio book.
Okay.
You can go online and research the main points and emphasis on what's an asset versus investment. If you spend your money on investments that pay you dividends, that pays for home ownership.
Yeah.
Versus working your whole life to get a check just to pay for home ownership. If you do that, you'll never get out of that need to have a job.
Gotcha.
Which means you can't create wealth. Wealth is not a dollar amount. Wealth is how long can I sustain myself at the level that I live at without working a job? How much money do I have to sustain myself for however long? That's how much wealth you have.
Yeah.
If you can live for a month without a job, that's how wealthy you are.
Wow.
If you can live for 40 years and take care of your children's children, that's how wealthy you are. So that's what wealth is.
Wow, that's deep, man. That's a really simple way to break it down, man. That's hard.
It's not
man.
a dollar amount.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. But yeah, man. So I do got one more question for y'all gentlemen. I know I don't want to keep y'all here all night, but if you could give anybody advice, and I ask this question a lot on the podcast because this is the hardest.
This is not your last question that you asked though. You always ask a last question.
Yeah.
I'm a veteran to the.
Yeah. He a member, so he feel like he know the rules around here. But a lot of people, this is the hardest part about jumping out. So us three here got good jobs, and we're able to chase our dreams part-time, like a part-time job almost, right? But there's a lot of people that may not be making, they may not have a job at all. They may just be sitting on their couch chilling, but have a dream or a passion to do something. They got internet access. They have X amount of dollars to eat, obviously. They have X amount of dollars to get gas, to go back and forth, whatever the case may be. So what advice would you give that man, that woman sitting on the couch, maybe listening to this podcast, maybe watching the NBA playoffs, maybe watching Young and the Restless that still come on, I don't know. What advice would you give them just to get started? Because that's the hardest part, is getting started. Because a lot of times people get started, they don't make any money, they quit. They get started, it gets hard, they quit. They run into their first problem, they quit. They get bored with it, they quit.
Well, simply for me,
Okay.
my father told me growing up, he says, you'll never know you can soar like an eagle if all you do is hang around chickens all day.
Wow.
So who are you surrounding yourself with?
That's real.
Who's holding you accountable? You see, I got my brother to hold me accountable on those days that I'm watching sports, or on days I feel
Young
like
and the Restless. You watch that?
Hold on, slow down, Chad Ryan. My mother used to watch my mother.
Victor Newman.
Hey, I like Nick Newman. He was not. He took Victor wife. He said, "Give me your
Enterprise."
Company
had Jabot. I was like, Jabot was G's.
But who you surrounding yourself with on those days that you feel like quitting or giving up? Or who's holding you accountable? Who's telling you, hey man, if that's what you want to do, you need to educate yourself first. Get the knowledge. And who's giving you that
I'm
push?
tired though, man. I've been watching SportsCenter all day. I mean, it's a long paragraph. I mean, I can't do no research. I'm tired, man.
Why can't you do research?
I mean, but I'm tired. I've been watching SportsCenter all day. LeBron didn't say nothing about marketing.
LeBron giving adults free education through his school.
But but not me though.
Yeah, right. But the thing is this, and I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying. I guess. Oh, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you. The thing is this: you're gonna get the results based on what work you put in. So if that's how you feel, then that's the results you can expect. So eventually, again, it comes back to that choice. When are you gonna make the choice to get off your ass and do something? It's that simple. I don't care if you start at Burger King. You start making the Whoppers, and then you get into the management trainee program, and then you part
What's
time.
your boy say? Coming to America. This week I'm washing lettuce.
Right, yeah.
Next week it's the fry.
You got
In 6 months I'll be assistant manager, and that's when the big bucks start rolling in. Only 6 months.
Hey, and Louis was grinding.
He was grinding.
Louis was grinding.
He had
McDowell's. And
that's what it is.
It's a simple example, but it's real life. So you start at McDonald's and you get to that assistant manager program, and when you're there for a year, you put that on a resume. Now, do you reach out to somebody and humble yourself and say, hey, I need help with a resume?
Yes.
Then you go over to the Urban League, which is a free resource, and sit down and take their course and say, hey, how can I get in the Mississippi?
Yes.
And get an associate's degree, and you build yourself up step by step. Butch Jones said brick by brick, right?
Wow.
And that's what it comes down to. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Why would we do that?
I don't know. but
This guy.
VFL.
Yeah.
But that's what it comes down to, man. You got to get tired of being tired. And accountability is one word, but it's a very powerful word.
It's a long word too.
When you're going to hold yourself accountable.
Got to, man.
That's what it comes down to. Hold yourself accountable.
Just like what he said, man.
Because what they say, what's the definition of insanity?
Doing the
Same thing over and over, different results. So you got to get up off that couch.
Got to.
You can't sit on the couch every day and watch the NBA playoffs, MLB playoffs.
Somebody gonna kick you off the couch.
Yeah, somebody gonna kick
If
you
you ain't
off
got no
the
job, you can't pay no rent.
Then you're gonna be calling us. And it's B.L.O.C.K Properties.
Hey, but yeah, man. I mean, it's the same thing though. Like people speaking on the definition of insanity, people are like, well, I've been grinding for 2 years.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
If you've been grinding for 2 years, you can't stop now. I pity the fool. If you gonna stop, why are you gonna stop after 2 years? I mean, you look. The moment you feel at your lowest, that's how close you are to your breakthrough.
That's what they say, man. That's the truth.
And you know, again, I ain't gonna get personal in a religion, but you know, you gotta feed your soul, man. No matter what you believe in or what you don't believe in, you gotta be putting something positive into yourself. And that's part of accountability. Hold yourself accountable. Do what you need to do. Sit down and write a plan. When you write a plan and you put a date on it for a goal, that's you holding yourself accountable to something.
That's it.
It's dope.
And so even if it's just that one step, you know what I'm saying? Work till you achieve that one step, and then it's that snowball effect. Oh shoot, I worked 6 months and saved $100 a month. I got $600 to invest now. Go to Merrill Lynch. Go to Benita Gillespie. Go to Christy Blevins, Operation Hope. Sit down and find somebody with a free resource. It's 1 million free resources. I'm naming 2 or 3 off the top of my head. Yeah. It's 1 million free resources.
That can help you.
Find somebody to help you in your situation. Call B.L.O.C Properties. Call Chad Rob and do a podcast to help promote your business. I mean, whatever you got to do it. It's time out for the games. The White House ain't playing no games. The police departments ain't playing no games.
At all.
We the only ones playing games. And we win you play dumb games, you win dumb prizes.
Well,
am I right?
yeah. I mean,
you know.
Yes. I mean, like, so I like to break it down from stuff that's real simple because the podcast is here. This is real simple. So it starts with, like you said, Google, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you don't want to read the book, so use Google.
Mm-hmm.
Google usually breaks it down and it highlights the big points, like the bold is usually the stuff you need to know, right? Right.
Real simple. Stay off of Wikipedia, but yeah.
Wikipedia. We ain't googling facts.
A legitimate resource.
We googling like how to start a podcast.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
How to start a podcast. Boom. Scroll down. Mm-hmm. You can click on more than one.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Click on a few, and then from there, okay. So how do I upload a podcast? Take from there. How do I invest in real estate? You see what I'm saying? It's really simple. Like you said, there's so many free resources out there that it's our fault if we're not where we want to be in X amount of years. You're not going to get there tomorrow. Now, there's some people that you hear on the internet. To wrap it on up, man, this is the #iAMWHOiAM podcast. This is episode 51. 51. So this is what I like to do on this podcast. Do you know anybody with the number 51 off the top of your head?
Gotta be a linebacker.
Anybody. Because I can't think of anybody.
What's Khalil Mack's number? Is it 55?
What is Khalil?
That's
Mack,
your
man?
that's your squad, bro.
I think it is. I don't know. I don't
it's
know what his
51.
number is. It might be. I hope it is.
And he the realest.
Let's see. I got a list. It's hilarious. I got a list of my homeboy that was on episode 48. Gave me a list of them.
You don't even know your man's number.
Man, I know his
Chicago
number, but it ain't
Bears.
51.
Who's 51 on the Titans?
Oh wow! So I feel even worse that I didn't know.
Urlacher.
Nuh-uh. I feel even worse.
Who?
Oh,
Who was 50?
Dick Buckus.
Oh wow.
I feel even worse, man. He's like a legend.
pioneer. I'm saying pioneer.
He's like a legend,
First
man.
of all,
And he's Bears.
If your name is Butkus, then you are one of the realest old school gridiron leather helmet. Yeah. I don't even know nobody. They really had that last name.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that last name expired.
That's, I don't know nobody with the number 51 off the top of my head.
Yeah, just Dick Buckus, man. He's the only one.
God.
But so if you want to just real quick, man, I know you've kind of went through the entrepreneur thing before. If you could give any advice to anybody in a relationship, their wife may be an entrepreneur, their husband may be an entrepreneur, and they're holding up the other end, man, what advice would you give them?
Hold on. If
So
the husband,
I know I said it kind of weird.
if the husband's an entrepreneur and the wife the entrepreneur,
Or if the husband's an entrepreneur and the wife isn't, or vice versa. What advice would you give? Because I know, like your wife, she does her thing.
absolutely. Wife been an entrepreneur for 15 years.
Exactly. So talk to me about kind of a little, real quick, but basically
It's
how you support
it's simple
in
for
that
me.
situation.
I always take on that supportive role with your partner. So, if they need help, I'm always there. Whatever she need help with, if she need me to go in there and shampoo her, I'm there. But just taking on that supportive role, being consistent with it. That's also sometimes it's how you got to spend your time, because we spoke about
That's good.
being an entrepreneur and grinding. You have to have sacrifices. Yeah. So sometimes it's gonna take away time from you being that significant other. It's gonna take away time from you being that son or that daughter, or what I'm saying, that friend. That's just part of grinding. Yeah. So, and I understand that with my wife. She instilled that in me and also helped me. That's what I was saying. Who you hanging around? Who the people you hanging around? My wife instilled in me like the motivation, the drive to go get it. You know what I'm saying? I love you, baby. Andrew.
Yeah, we really recording the podcast. It's really live. We really live. But we not live because you're going to see it in 2 weeks, but you don't know that we were live. But yeah. So with you, man, I know you got big, tall dreams. You always have. Ever since I've known you.
Oh, yeah.
You've always had big, tall dreams. And I don't know if this is fair to say, but me and you both have not always been the best at going after them.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
So talk to me a little bit about just saying kind of, I guess, fuck it, and let's get after it.
Well cut records.
Well connected.
Well connected.
Yeah,
CEO.
Yeah, big dreams.
Yeah.
Little drive.
At times, yeah, definitely.
No, I ain't talking about just all the time, but but I mean,
That's
like,
what I said, at
in
times.
general.
I think I heard this message last week, and it talks about practical faith. The word faith is a noun.
Ooh.
How do you turn that noun into a verb?
Ooh, okay.
And a verb obviously implying action. And with faith, what happens is you have to change your mindset about trust. You can't have faith if you don't have trust, because that's what faith ultimately comes down to. Is trusting that someone is going to do something that you don't have control over, that you can't see evidence of, and that you have to believe they're going to do. And so with marriage, with your business partner, with pursuing something for yourself, you have to find what is going to allow you to turn faith into a verb. And that's different for everybody. That what I mean? So for me, it's a wife and a child. I have a family. And one day my daughter is going to have to make a decision between college or whatever avenue she pursues. But if she falters, if she's undecisive, if she makes a choice and it doesn't work, then she'll have B.L.O.K Properties as a legacy to step into a company. She won't have to work for anyone else. She'll have her own company. And the ultimate goal as a parent is to help your child do better than what you did.
Amen.
And so at the end of the day, I'm putting faith in that my hard work, my partner's hard work will allow us to provide a legacy. And so I grind every day and I put forth that effort and I make that choice to turn that faith into a verb, because I know one day it'll bear fruit for my child. I know one day if, God forbid, our leadership in our country takes away my employment.
Okay, good. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say something.
I'll have my own company.
Okay.
That will not just sustain me,
Yeah.
but help me to thrive.
Right.
And that's the key, man. You spoke about partners and support. And one thing that my homeboy told me, shout out to Shawnee Baker and his beard oil company, is that you have to remain consistent in what you're doing, even if your partner doesn't see that vision, because over time, in their own way, that light bulb will turn on because of your consistency. If they see you doing something every single day for 2 or 3 years, they have no choice, if they get up and wake up beside you every day, to acknowledge your grind, your effort, and the fruition of what's taking place based on your consistency. And because sometimes you got to motivate yourself. Sometimes you're your biggest cheerleader. Hopefully it's not always like that. Hopefully you surround yourself with good people that's holding you accountable, that's motivating you, that's pushing you. But certain days, when you wake up, that person ain't answering the phone. That person is not feeling well. You not feeling well. It's raining outside. You got a flat tire. You hopefully you ain't sick during COVID, but it's always gonna be something, and you gotta overcome every day whatever the obstacle is, because COVID is real. Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. You gotta be your biggest cheerleader sometimes.
Yes, sir.
And it comes down to consistency.
Yeah, no doubt.
Every day.
No doubt.
Hey, and it's great when you said that, being able to pass down B.L.O.K to your heir.
Yeah.
It just brings one thing Dame Dash said, stuck out in the interview to me. Yeah, Dame Dash.
I like Dame Dash, man.
Dame Dash.
I think he
has his place.
Dame has his, he has his moments.
Yeah, he has
but Dame Dash said something in the Breakfast Club interview that's always stuck out to me. He says, I hustle for my last name, not my first. I love that line.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah, and I hope y'all got some from this, because the objective is not to boast and brag, because I've learned Facebook. I've learned that it's a lot of bragging going on. You know what I'm saying? And my podcast is not to brag. My podcast is strictly to encourage anyone to do anything with their life that they want to do, and to turn it into a living. That's what it's for. It's not to brag, hey, I got a podcast, or it's not to be like, hey, I know more than you. It's to help try to spark some flames in you to do it, and to try to educate you. These brothers right here didn't have to come on here and give you all the game on at least how to get started on real estate investing, but they chose to. So I hope you listened to it, and I hope you heard something, and I hope it inspires you to do whatever it is you want to do, man. If you want to be a sailor, man, go out there and be a sailor, man. Do whatever you want to do. Life is short, ain't it?
Oh yeah.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I'm almost 40, man, and it came
quick.
I feel like we in the Ford. Hey, what the Ford? What you had, the 150, the 250? What you had, the Harley Davidson Jones? It feel like that was just yesterday, cuz, and that was like
you
20.
You had a Harley?
It was hard. It was hard.
A Harley Davidson F-150.
It was hard.
Oh, okay.
So back in the day,
Gotcha.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was
I
hard.
was like, I was just trying to picture you on the Harley.
Yeah. Nah, he
In the Harley.
he was
Guys,
in it.
whole
man.
different
Yeah,
Harley
I was in it
guys.
too.
Whole
We was
different
all
level
in
of
it.
Harley.
Yeah.
But I Harlows and Hummers and Harleys.
Hey, we
That's
just
how
pull
we
up.
ride.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna last forever. I thought it was just fine.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
But I mean, like I said, I hope you get something from it. Life is short. Do it. If you don't do it, you're gonna be old with regret. And this is what I'm learning about something. A guy told me this a long time ago when I used to work at I don't say corporations on here, but I used to be a broadcast director. And a guy used to always say this: the older you get, the better you were. He used to always say that. And the older I'm getting, I'm like, wow, I don't want to be that guy. I want to talk about what I'm doing today.
Right.
I don't want to talk about what I used to do, how real I used to be. I want to talk about how real I am right now. Like, I'm doing something right now. You can check my stats later on my old school, but let me tell you about these numbers right now. Yeah. And, with that being said, don't let the start, the beginning, don't let the short hair with the no hang discourage you from growing the long hair, man. Don't stop. Keep going. Grind. And keep grinding. Like you said, maybe 2 years. Why stop? Maybe 5 years. Why stop? Funny story. We're talking about basketball. You remember the kid last year was in the G League or something for like 10 years, 20 years. Finally got called up for the Lakers. I can't think of his name. Wow. You don't remember that story? I gotta type it in because I want to give my man some love, man. I'm gonna type it in real quick. It ain't gonna take nothing but a second, man. But the guy gets called up from the G League, man. He put up 25 on them boys.
He was in the G League for 10 years.
G League, NBA, man. Got called up to the Lakers.
He know how to speak Spanish and French. If he been in the G League, he been over Europe for 8.5 years.
Yeah, a decade. He was a decade in the G League. His name is Ingram, his last name. He was called up to the Lakers, man. Scored 19 points in the game. He was busting threes. You don't remember this guy last year? He had gray hair and everything.
Oh man.
But he didn't quit.
Yeah.
Number 20, man. He got his shot. LeBron said we gotta let him go this year. But it don't matter. It don't matter. Yeah. He made it. He put up the numbers. Yeah. He got what he was chasing. Yeah. It wasn't a big loan.
Nah, but he got his payday. Yeah,
he got his payday. Yeah. He got his pay. He probably coaching somewhere right now off that one performance, and he didn't miss.
And his testimony can never be, you know what I'm saying?
Can't take it from him.
Yeah.
Can't take it from him. Can't take it from him.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a question on your podcast.
Okay, yeah. What you got?
Ask him. Your 5 all-time in order.
I thought he had the ghost.
Rappers.
Yeah. This guy.
No, I'm asking you.
Asking me.
I'm asking you a question on your podcast.
You the rapper / producer.
Used to be.
Because this is the question you always ask to wrap up.
Yeah. In order. Number 1, man. I'm gonna have to go Master P.
And what? Hold on. What was the question again?
Number 1, I'm gonna go Master P.
Hold on. This your list. So Master P, your top 5 rapper.
He's number 1.
He's your number 1
He's
rapper.
number 1.
Top 5 rappers.
Number 1 is Master P.
Got you.
2 would be Tupac.
You put Tupac behind Master P. Okay.
3 be Jeezy.
B from Cash Money?
Jeezy.
Oh, I thought you said BG. Okay,
No, Jeezy. 4 be Snoop Dogg. And then 5 Twista.
Very interesting, eclectic mix.
That's my top 5.
I would definitely
That's
say
my top
that.
5.
It's very eclectic.
That's my top. And it changes.
Hold on.
It changes. Your top 5.
Now I mess with Master P, man. But number 1, best
Master P. Let me tell you something about Master P that I would never forget about Master P.
I
would never forget about Master P.
Great entrepreneur.
Master P literally had me in the store every week buying a CD, and all they did was change colors: green, orange, black, blue, and that's the only thing that changed.
We had Pen and Pixel
before everybody else, apparently.
Yeah, Pen and Pixel churning out covers.
And he always gave you the one song, dun dun dun
anthem.
dun 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 dun. You know, always. And Master P's CD, if you go back and listen, every one of them, and up until the last Don was his last one, he was able to pull it off. It was probably 90% bangers, 92% bangers.
Okay.
That's a high percentage of bangers.
Yeah. Oh, for me, it's very simple.
Yeah.
Some people might call it a little cliche, but that's fine. I gotta go with Biggie. You know what I'm saying?
It's 1 or 5.
Biggie is 1.
Okay, I'm just checking.
We're going from top
Yeah,
to
One more chance.
Big,
top to bottom.
no. Biggie said, Biggie.
Biggie said, black and ugly. However, I stay Gucci down to the socks.
Rings
The
and
watch filled with rocks.
And my gym knocks. That's
it.
You ain't gotta make no other song.
Yeah, you're right. Nah, Biggie's hard.
I mess
number
with
7.
I mess with I mess with Biggie. I mess with Pac. Right now, J. Cole is my guy.
Okay.
Number 2.
Nah, it's
No.
like 4.
That's third.
You went too fast.
Okay.
Hold
So
on.
Biggie.
Tupac.
Okay.
J. Cole.
Oh, okay. I'm with you.
Okay.
Yeah,
it
4
was
is
easy at
tough.
first.
Yeah, 4 is tough.
It was
4 is
easy,
tough.
wasn't
4 is
it?
tough.
Yeah, 4 tough because I'm trying to incorporate past legends
Okay.
with people I'm really rocking with hard right now.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's what you got to separate. Like who you rock. See, that's where I always mess up when I give my top 5. Is I sometimes my top 5 is who I'm rocking with today,
Right.
and then some is like all time. Like today was my all time list. Like that's all time. If I had those 5 artists, CDs, collections, man, I could ride for them.
Let me see. So Biggie, Pac, Cole. I gotta throw Jay in there. Gotta throw Jay-Z
I was about
in
to
there.
say, man.
Who you talking about?
Jay-Z.
Oh, Jay-Z.
Ho.
Everybody like Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, I don't really fool with it. Only song I like is girls. I don't know. What else he saying?
Too many out.
Oh yeah,
You got too many
no.
albums.
99 problems, but I
Hey,
got girl problems
many
bad for your son. I don't know,
Yeah,
man. Jay-Z's
go in the
Song
room.
cry.
Go in the room. Listen to song.
Song
cry.
cry. Song cry.
I mean, too many.
The beat was hard.
Yeah,
Was he
too
rapping
many.
on it? Was he on the song?
Yeah. Oh wow.
Was that an instrumental or was he rapping?
wow.
My bad, man. You know I don't fool with Jay-Z.
Well,
I come from an area where it's South versus them, but we don't fool with them.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I rock with the
Nah, I was just
South
messing
though,
with you. I was just
but
messing
and then you know, I mean, we ain't really talk about groups, but I'm gonna throw Andre 3000 in there.
So
I was
Outkast
like,
or
wow,
Andre 3000?
See,
That's
yeah.
real.
That's a tough question, man.
Yeah.
Is it Outkast or is it Andre 3000?
Man.
Well, we gonna just cause you can't. I'm just not gonna do that.
3 stacks.
Yeah. You know what I'm gonna throw in there? I'm gonna go ahead and throw Tip in there, man. Tip, my guy.
Tip
TIP.
5 over Outkast?
Well, I'm not gonna. Outkast is a group.
We can throw a group in there.
Oh, then you throw a group in there, then of course.
Yeah, okay. So that, yeah.
With Big Boy 3000, 3 stacks. Yeah. No brainer.
Yeah. That's number 6 on mine.
Toenail,
That's number
polar
6.
bears,
Toenail. Oh hell.
Why are we
Yeah.
having this conversation?
Yeah.
You know, honorable mention to Luda.
Luda, yeah. He's 8.
Luda's
He's
a
8.
real lyricist.
Yeah, a lot of people sleep on
He
Luda,
picked up his
man.
Well,
acting
a lot-
checks, but
yeah,
A lot of people know him as an actor now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He picked up his acting checks, but before that, first
Well,
of
the
all,
thing about
he's a
Luda
radio
too-
DJ.
Well, the thing about Luda too is he don't pick the best beats either. For his style, I don't
He
think.
picked the beats that go with a theme of his song. His
A
songs
theme,
are
Yeah.
very-
yeah,
have very
theme, yeah. He don't go for like moves every time.
Yeah. Like Luda and T.I.
Yeah,
Hard
okay.
out the south.
Okay.
But that one track with Luda and Jagged Edge and Cut Up.
Oh yeah, cut
he-
up. We used to listen to that back in the Harley.
Spitting on that verse.
Luda's probably one of the, outside of being a main artist and solo artist. Luda, every song I heard Luda on that he was featured on, he made that song. He made that song even better.
Yeah.
He lit it. He lit up his verse.
He's a hot lace, yo, hot jalapeno,
Jalapeno.
jalapeno. Cut it off. Let's cut it off.
It was Luda's delivery. It was his delivery. It was so different.
Snapping.
Yeah.
On everything he put down.
Yeah, no doubt,
He
no
put
doubt.
thought process in.
Yeah, no.
Is it on me?
I don't. I'm still sitting here.
Master
Chad
P. Yeah.
Rob said Master P number one.
Number uno. Number one.
He did.
The reason why, man, too, is because Master P, man, like that's my literally like Mr. Ice Cream Man was like literally when I was getting into like 8 Ball and MJG was probably the first tape I listened to.
Yeah.
But Master P had the first hit record that I ever heard. Mr. Ice Cream Man.
Stop. Hey, we got you.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, this guy's a jokester. Huh? Anything I can say, let me harmonize again. But yeah, man. But that's why, man. Because Master P, man, I literally must have bought every tape after Ice Cream Man.
Well, shout out to DJ Nice One, because my man D Nice, Britain High School, he worked at an unknown location in an unknown mall in an unknown area of the city, and I was in there every day. I had a little capital back then.
Okay.
But
your top 5.
Because he worked at an unknown location. This is about Master P. Because he worked at an unknown location, you would go in and buy 1 CD and you would leave out with about 6. So my case logic was thick.
Oh yeah, it really was.
Thick.
It really was.
I had the big boy, the 256 disc joint.
Okay.
So basically, all the Cash Money and all the No Limit, I had the entire repertoire. And Fiend and Soulja Slim, C Murder's album, both Mystical albums, those were the realest albums on No Limit. And Mia X.
The Shocker was pretty good.
Silk the Shocker. So Silk's first album and C Murder's first album were bangers.
Yeah.
Mia X's second album was a banger.
Yeah.
Mystical's second album, pure banger. Fiend's album, banger.
Yeah, that red one.
Yeah.
If you put Silk the Shocker in your top 5,
No.
I'm walking out.
No.
Yeah.
First of all,
What's your name? Silk. What you came here to do? Shock the world.
Don't eat like Jim Kelly. That was his realest bar.
What's your top 5, Block?
Oh man, y'all named a couple of them. Obviously, I'm gonna have to start off.
What's curious
with 3
is so
stacks.
we gonna have to everybody go back and tune in to 23 and see if
that's
it matches.
crazy. Yeah,
see if it matches because it changes every time. I swear it do.
But you gotta pay homage to 3 Stacks, man. He took the movement of Southern rap and he refined it. It was like he just took.
He didn't do it by himself.
No, not by himself. I'm saying he took the best of a lot of different people, and he just kind of just piled it up together and just spun something beautiful out of it because he was poetic, he was street, he was unique, and his lyricism is just ridiculous.
So is he 5 or 1?
I'm putting him in number 1.
Oh, 3 Stacks.
I'm putting 3
number
Stacks
in
number
number
1.
one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
And then again, I'm big on lyricism. I gotta put Twista number 2. The whole Po Pimp movement was just ridiculous.
Okay.
The man's in Guinness Book of World Records. That just tells you right off the top.
But that don't mean he's a lyricist. That just means he can.
No, but he's a
spit real
lyricist.
fast.
He right. His first album, Tongue Twister, that was But once you get to Adrenaline Rush, it was just
Adrenaline Rush.
It was
maybe
just
one of the best CDs.
Yeah,
of all
that's what I'm
time.
saying. Yeah, that and the Do or Die.
I mean, track for track.
Because his features on Do or Die's both albums was ridiculous. He made them boys. So his whole, and then he brought Miss Kane in. Miss Kane was very, very slip on as a female artist. She was killing it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah,
much
you
of
remember
her.
Miss Kane?
I remember
Miss
vaguely,
Kane.
but yeah.
Get it
sounds
wet.
familiar.
That's the yeah. Go back and listen to Miss Kane.
I like Get It Wet. Yeah,
You got 3 Stacks.
So 3 Stacks, got
Twister.
Twister. I'm gonna go with one I know y'all probably not, you know what I'm saying, really on.
Oh, Jay-Z again.
Well, no, I ain't gonna put Jay-Z at 3 yet. I love Hov, you know, obviously. But man, Common, I love Common, man.
Yeah.
Common is that dude.
Common slept on.
Common is slept
Kanye producing Common's B album is a classic.
Yeah.
I gotta get that on vinyl.
Wow.
Yeah. I got a vinyl collection. So I'm going back to like real old music, real music. Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah.
I got like 5 Earth, Wind and Fire albums.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm heavy on that.
Yeah.
It's Common is 3. Oh man. Who's 4? Man, it's Biggie and Jay-Z. I mean, like, how do you know what I'm saying? It's like
easy, Biggie.
It's like running back by committee. It's like your
I don't know.
number 1A.
Biggie's Barry Sanders and Jay-Z is
Nah.
he's more like Travis Minor.
So disrespectful.
Man, I might as well say Natron Means.
I
Wow, what are we doing here? So yeah, Biggie and Hov come in number 4. Number 5, I'm gonna give my man some credit. New school, Toby Nwigwe.
Oh yeah.
You might never heard of Toby Nwigwe.
Is that the dude that say the new song?
See, I was
about the preacher or I got them hands.
Yeah.
That's him. He's my top 5 too.
Toby Nwigwe is a cold brother.
Yeah, he is cold.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is cold.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a lot of different genres. I give homage to the skill level of battle rapping. We give homage to the dirty from back in the early 90s, the West Coast movement.
Mm-hmm.
I love some up north stuff. DMX's first album, amazing. So it's a lot of.
Who your top 5 right now?
I just gave them to you.
No, I'm talking about your top 5 president that's rapping.
Oh, Lil Brother,
Okay.
Toby. I like Cole. I like J. Cole. Man, do I even listen to anybody else? Probably not. I listen to it. I'm trying to get into the battle rap, so
that DNA. Check out DNA.
I was gonna say I've heard him.
DNA.
Arsenal. It's a lot of them young cats. What's the cat from Cackalack, North Carolina?
I don't know.
T-Top.
T-Top.
Oh, okay.
New Jersey Twerk. It's a lot of them, bro. That's just they cold. Them boys cold. So I like that. I like organic stuff, like people who are like under the radar type cats. But I don't really have a top 5 with this new stuff. Any of the mumble rap or the singing, half rapping, and Lil Baby, the baby.
Yeah.
I don't even. It's like 5.
So to finish it up, man. Back in our day, you couldn't even steal a line from nobody.
Much less a name, a whole name. You got whole names, the same name.
It was.
How does that happen? How do you know who to give the sale to? Which one of them is the one singing the song? I like the little young.
I like Wham.
I'm gonna tell you what I like. I like Lil Dicky. I like Lil Dicky.
I don't like Lil Dicky.
I do. I like him.
I'm glad you do.
Yeah. Lil Dicky funny. He's funny. Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah.
But like he's like podcasts and like little.
Oh, he got a podcast.
Yeah, like documentaries and Lil Dicky's he's entertaining.
He is.
I say that he's entertaining.
Oh, okay.
But it's another. It's a little young white cat. Hey, what's a little young white cat?
I don't know.
Pass that rock like Stockton.
Oh, that's your boy, White Iverson, man.
Yeah,
Post Malone.
Yeah.
Is that Post Malone?
No good.
You saying White Iverson?
For real?
White Iverson?
I did not know that.
I don't know if we're talking about the same.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a white guy. It's a white guy with a track.
See, there we go again. See, we ain't gonna do that.
He's snapping.
No. We may not be talking. We may be dissing somebody and not intentionally.
I'll give this props.
No, you said it's Post Malone. I don't think it's Post Malone.
I don't either.
I've never heard Post Malone spit any bar. All I heard was White Iverson.
Yeah, I don't think it's him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think it's him.
I know who you're talking about. It's the dude from the West Coast. Who you talking about?
Yeah, talking about sports in the top 10.
You said White Iverson. That's what made me say Post Malone.
I was just joking.
Obviously, we don't know our white rappers.
Eminem, baby.
No.
That's the only one I know.
Yeah.
Him and Lil White. I know Lil White.
I don't know him.
From Memphis.
Yeah. You know Lil White.
Hey, man, shout out to iAMWHOiAM too. Space Age Pimpin'. We got to just put that in there as an honorable mention. Space Age Pimpin'. Orange Mound.
Oh, yeah. Orange
Sorry.
Mound.
Play a fly.
Mound. Yeah, Play a
Look
fly.
up Play a fly.
Play a fly, man. He's in my top. Actually, Snoop Dogg is 6. Fly is 4. And that's how I'm going to switch.
Then who 5? If Snoop Dogg 6 and Fly's 4, then who your 5th person?
It's Twister, ain't it?
Yeah.
Was Twister 5?
Hey,
Yeah, Twister 5.
But Doggy Style is one of the realest albums ever.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And the skits was amazing.
Actually, I keep it.
Come on,
Fly 6, Snoop still 4. Snoop's the realest, man. Snoop said all kind of stuff. I can't even say it on the podcast. He said everything. He said it all. But yeah, man, I hope y'all got something from this. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We like to have a good time on the podcast, and I hope y'all understand. Though we are really about business. All these gentlemen on the show today, man, are about business. And like I said, we got to lighten up, man. Just because someone doesn't look like you or not from the same background as you or like rap music, you know, or like country music or like whatever music, it does not mean they're a bad person. It does not test their character at all. We all were raised how we were raised. We all grew up listening to what we listen to. We all grew up watching what we like to watch. The only difference is now, like, you got gentlemen really getting into learning a craft and perfecting it. So, check them out. Let them know again where they can find you, and let's get on out of here.
You want to take it away?
B.L.O.C Properties phone number 865-232-2929.
Yep.
Okay, you can catch us on the website BLOCKPropertiesTN.com
Right.
or B.L.O.C K Properties LLC on Facebook and Instagram.
Right.
Check us out, man. We're here to help.
info@blockpropertiestn.com if you want to email us. Check us out on the radio ads. Look out for a postcard in your mailbox even. We trying to be everywhere. Check out the podcast on the I Am Who I Say I Am podcast.
I am who I am.
I Am Who I Am. My bad.
You've been on her
Episode
twice.
51.
You've been on her twice.
I won't be on here a third time if you keep saying that.
But yeah, he said he like just almost sneak this man. So you can't.
I am who I am. Please forgive me.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I said, it's all love. We can be on different teams and still play for the league.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So on that note, this is the hashtag I Am Who I Am podcast. This is episode 51. We did it. We made it to 51. We are on our way to 100. So
Sir.
On that note, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all want to hear. If you got any questions for these gentlemen, please feel free to leave a comment, give them a call, shoot them an email, whatever you need to do. And yeah, let me know if this kind of content you like, this educational stuff, because I'll be happy to have them back on again. Maybe we can dig
sure.
more in depth on the logistics of it and actually digging into the meat of it. And yeah, just let me know, and we'll make it happen. And like I said, if you don't like it, it's okay. Go ahead and leave 5 stars, leave a thumbs up, leave the what you didn't like in the comments, and we'll fix it. We on the rise, so just keep that in mind. And as always, I'll be back.